Chris studies fashion communication, Evan women's wear, and Eleanor design and marketing. What was your perception of the fashion industry before you were ensconced in this world?
I completely didn't understand how many jobs there are in the things that you don't see, which is actually most of the fashion industry.
Okay.
I realised that a lot on my placement year, how many people work in production, how many people work and their job is to make sure that the buttons get flown from Italy for the right day. But no one ever really mentions that side of things. People say everyone's going to be really mean, but actually I don't think that's true.
When I was 18, I read The Devil Wears Prada just before the film came out.
Yeah.
And then I actually read it, having worked in magazines for 4 years. I couldn't finish it reading it because I was like, oh my God, why is she complaining so much?
Right.
What's wrong with her? I've had to do all of that kind of stuff, and I've just got on with it and not complained about it. And I have to say, that film, I do kind of love it because it's cult, but that has a kind of a bit of a lot to answer for, I think.
How do you feel about the government sort of removing funding from helping people do this type of course?
I mean, it's not impossible, but it does make it so difficult.
Yeah.
Especially when you come from a background where, you don't necessarily have money behind you. It does make it very difficult.
You have to buy everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how much does a collection cost to produce at the end of the year?
I don't even want to work it out.
One of my friends, and she does knitwear, and it was somewhere between £4,500, we reckon.
Are you nervous at all about life after this?
I mean, it's really hard. I think the best way to work is going into one of these collectives where there's different people who actually are sort of specialised in certain areas. So you'll have someone who is amazing at knitwear, someone who's a really, really good pattern cutter, and then somebody who's maybe a bit more into the business, the communication side of stuff. I mean, most labels have, someone who's the face of it, they are, and then there's this sort of right-hand man or woman.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Christopher Kane and his sister.
Yeah.
She does all of his kind of branding and stuff. And I think that the importance of having a team around you and having a collective team means that there's more people to bounce our ideas around.
Yeah.
And then there's also more people to be able to put money into it together.